Idílico.
What's up, people? What's up, people? We about to get it in. We about to get it in. Yes, indeed.
what's going on? I'm about to put it on the what do you call that? The camera up. Just getting ready, getting set, and we gonna go. Let me take that off. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. What's going on, people? Show me some love. It's gonna be a good one. It's definitely gonna be a good one here. Yes, indeed. What's up? What's up, people? How's everybody doing this evening, this Monday night? There was a tremendously fast Monday. I swear, this is crazy. The days be going by so fast, man. Even if you wake up early, your day's still blowing by. But, thank God that we're here. Thank God that we're still living and breathing. Stuff like that. This is, before I go any further with everything, I want to show some, love and show some respect for the people that died in the Buffalo mass shooting by coward, racist young boy, whatever the hell he is, demon. I want to make sure I say that, but I'm not following this agenda, this neoliberal feminazi agenda at all. I'm just saying what it is. If you're, no matter who it is, I'm talking reality. I ain't making none of this political or anything else. And I hope my people, the American people and Black American people, need to understand that this is what it's all about, and this live is what is going to be about tonight. And we're gonna be quick with this. I'm not gonna bore you to death, so just let that be known as well. But I'm gonna tell you right now, this is a time, and you have to be a fool to think that this is not a political ploy. This is why this hit mainstream media. But we're gonna say it like this: we're gonna be real, being as though that man, that young demon, if he was a Black man and he did a shooting like this, you wouldn't hear nothing about it at all. Let's be real. Let's be honest. And the reason why you're hearing about it is because of it's a political ploy that they know most Black people will fall for. Why? Because most Black people have the mind of a liberal white woman. Let's be honest. Let's truly be honest. It is not this mindset that most Black people have. Statistically, it's been happening since the mid-60s. Malcolm X talked about this. Many other actual woke Black folks talked about this, and this is what it is, And we're gonna get it in today, man. You can say what you want. You can think how you want to think, but I'm always going to give my truth. F that. I'm going to give logic. I'm going to get actual facts. I'm not going to give no opinions. It's an actual fact. And as you can see from the screen, that I said Black people still won't get legislation passed after the Buffalo mass shooting, no matter who comes to visit Buffalo. But I hear Joe Biden going to visit Buffalo, another Democratic ploy for him to go visit Buffalo. What he's going to say, Black people, Black Lives Matter, and this and that, the third, and still, and might even give the Asian community legislation pass, or the Ukrainians legislation pass on the behalf of Black deaths. Let's be honest. Let's be honest. And I want to keep on saying this throughout the whole live, that most Black folks will fall for this because they are led by other weak so-called leaders of our communities, like these fake rappers, like these fake personalities, all these black people that they got in front of us that think like a liberal white woman. Yes, they're gonna play the blame game. They're gonna call everybody racist, and then as though this is true. That boy Manifesto, he's extremely racist. He said it. His manifesto said it. His manifesto actually said he's a far leftist and he don't give a shit about Fox News. He said that as well. Let's put that in. But they blame it on this for what I just got word of, and actually I saw a bunch of things yesterday. What they mainly blaming it on is the fact that this kid, he was talking about how he is afraid on his manifesto, how he's afraid that he don't want they're going to take over the white tradition in America. He's afraid that they're going to what the immigrants, the people of color is going to take over that, and the far leftists is blaming people like Tucker Carlson. See, what you guys don't understand is that they are going to make it a racial issue, as the far leftists do, but it's really not going to be about black folks. Because I guarantee no legislation is going to be passed. And black folks are not all of us, but most of us are still going to vote for liberal white mommy and daddy. It's just a freaking fact. We're going to go over manifestos. We're going to, his manifesto and everything. We're going to go over a couple of other things that he said. And we're going to go over the guy that he was talking to like a day before. Some black guy that was in Buffalo. And excuse me. And what I don't understand is the way he was saying, I'm gonna let you look at the video and everything. We're gonna go from there with that. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna let that be the first thing we look at right now. Hold on one second. Let me actually go to because I saved the video, and I'm gonna tell you this is the mind again. When you listen to this 6'5" black man that was talking to the murdering demon, you want to see why I said most black folks have the mind of the liberal white woman and have been having a system the 60s. But let's go. Come on. The rhetoric that we always spew, like everything, you could go to any black residence and you could hear them talk about people of color, the people that they put in front of us a lot more, but it's also our mindset. All of the radical stuff that you hear from them, all the different, the particular typical talking points that you hear black people be talk a lot, not all of us, but a lot of our far leftists talk about, and you will hear it and you be like, damn, that sounds familiar. But these the same people that call black folks that don't think like them, don't think like a liberal white woman, racist, Uncle Toms and Coons and things of that nature. So I'm gonna let you guys listen to this guy. Hold on one second. All right, hold on. Hey, like and subscribe to the channel, share it. Again, do that for me. That's free. Sharing it. Like if you're new to it, just like it. If you're new to it, share. If you like it, just press like. Real simple. And share it for me as well. So let's go through it. Here we go. I'm gonna let you guys listen to the black dude that he had a conversation with this fella. And we're gonna look up this black dude as well, too. Hold on one second. This is about the Buffalo mass shooting.
Scene of the crime.
News 4's Tara Lynch has been at the scene all afternoon and all evening. She can bring us an update now. Tara?
But I've been telling you one story since we first came on the air, and it was about this man here, Grady Lewis. You were in that Tops earlier this afternoon. We're going to get to that story. But you told me just a few moments ago that you actually spoke with the suspect.
His name is Grady
yesterday.
Lewis.
He was here. Tell me more about that.
I seen him, and he looked strange in the neighborhood, but he had a Genius shirt on. So I wanted to see if he was a genius. And we sat and talked about string theory, critical race theory, beginning of civilization.
Did you hear what he said? String theory, critical race theory. So he was trying to see if this 18-year-old demon sympathized with his victimhood rhetoric. He said he looked strange being in this type of neighborhood. And let's keep it going. Let's keep it going.
And
that sounds like a typical white liberal. They wanted critical race theory. All this is.
And he seemed like he was a genius, actually. He said he came up just to see the countryside.
He seemed like he was a genius. He seemed like he was a genius. And I think he's wearing a Black King t-shirt. These fake woke, fake pro-blacks, man. They just looking for somebody to validate their victimhood mindset. That's just honest. I'm just being honest with you. A lot of these motherfuckers is just that's what they're looking for. Let's go.
And he was gonna go out camping. He bought a big thing, a jug of water. He had a little nervous twitch to him. I bought him something to drink. We sat and talked for about an hour and 45 minutes after seeing the pictures and seeing the blue car that I seen him got into yesterday. So it's a shock right now. And he told me
he talked to him for an hour and 45 minutes. Real talk, guys. This for black men and black women that go to a neighborhood that you're not. That I mean, you're not familiar with, and the people not familiar with you, and but it's a black neighborhood. Do you get the same type of conversations with some random guy that got a Black King nutrient facts or whatever the heck is talking about? Do we 6'5", 300-pound dude? And have a conversation with them for an hour and a half, or do they just bypass you and just look at you up and down and go to themselves? This is how they treat. This is how these fake woke, far leftists that want to talk about critical race theory, black people that I know of, for the most part. This is what they mindset. They look at their other people, their brother, like as the enemy. But they look at other non-black people as can I get validation from them? Can I get, can I get acceptance from them or her? Let's keep it going.
his name was Peyton. So it's a shock.
And we did see a blue car get taken away from this scene just about a half hour or so ago. And you were saying that you were speaking with him on a bench that's located outside of this Tops.
Yes.
That's the bench that earlier today, when I first got here, you were the first person I spoke to. You were telling me that bench is your office.
Yes.
And you usually like to stop and sit there and talk to people that are passing by.
She making that dude look like an idiot. He said your bench, that bench is your office. And he said, yes. So she's white liberal mommy is giving me validation. She's making you look like a damn fool. Let's keep it going, idiot.
Today you didn't stop.
Yes.
So walk me through your afternoon here at the Tops.
Well, I went in there and got me some a juice, and I didn't want to sit there today, so I walked across the street and I opened up my juice. And as I opened up my juice, I heard what I knew wasn't a firecracker. And I looked up and I seen the guy shooting people. Then I seen a security guard run inside, and then I seen him going after him, shooting. Then I saw him come back out, and then he had all camouflage on, and glasses and helmet, and then he put the gun to his head, and he dropped it. He took off his gloves. He took off his gun. He put it down. He took off his vest, and then he got on his knees and laid down and put his hands behind his back, and they arrested him at that point.
And the other thing I wanted to talk to you about, you were telling me about the security guard, the former Buffalo police officer who has tragically died in this incident. You were telling me today he told you no lingering around the store. We gotta keep it clear.
Yes.
You credited that man with saving your life.
Yes, I heard him say to someone, "There's no lingering around the store." So me knowing that he was a Buffalo police officer, I never really wanted to give him an opportunity to say anything to me. So when I do go, I shop and I leave, and that's the reason why I left.
Oh, he realized he was a Buffalo police officer, so he didn't want him to give an opportunity, because in the woke community, being as though that former Buffalo police officer was a black man, he didn't want him to give him an opportunity, because, you know, as him being woke and looking for neoliberal white mommy and daddy to protect him, to make him feel like a victim, he wanted to make sure he put that into this conversation that they're having. That he want to make sure to let people know, I'm woke, guys. Fuck,
because I heard him tell people that a couple times. So you don't ever really got to tell me something 4 or 5 times for me to understand. And from what I heard, he went back and he shot at him when he went in the store. So yeah, but if he wasn't there, I would have been sitting there. So I'm definitely thankful that I heard him say that. Yes, I'm definitely thankful to Mr. Salters. Yes, definitely.
Well, Mr. Lewis, thank you so much for joining me here tonight and for telling me your story earlier today. I appreciate it. This entire community here is mourning this tragic loss. There's a memorial set up down Landon Street here. A truly challenging, difficult, sad, heartbreaking day here in the city of Buffalo. For now, live on Jefferson and Landon.
Exactly. I want to make sure I say it once again, that prayers goes out to the Buffalo victims, the 10 victims, even the other 3 that survived. Prayers go out to you. I really hope you guys, get some closure in this. It's going to take a whole lot of time, a whole lot of therapy, and this and that and the third. I want to make that clear. I want to make sure I say that. I want to go at this manifesto as well, of this young demon that killed those 10 people and injured 3 more, shooting unarmed people and stuff like that. I want to put this out. I want to make this real clear. No matter what these neoliberal people do, these democratic states do, black man, you still not going to be able to protect yourself, especially if you're not a criminal. You still black man, black woman. You're still not going to be able to protect yourself. I live in Connecticut. I ain't going to be able to protect myself unless I'm a criminal. What criminals think anyway. But if I do protect myself, I got to do it the right way. It's the hardest thing to get your gun license because, again, black folks like to vote in people that's against the Second Amendment, being as though you're the so-called least protected, and we are the least protected. But you guys still want to vote in people that protect you the least. I'm talking about New York, New Jersey, Massachusetts, Rhode Island, Connecticut, DC, Detroit, where we at? Illinois, I should say, Michigan, Illinois, California, the Washington State, DC. Can I go any further? Maine. Can I keep on going? But all this shooting, and again, this white Damon, this I should say this young Damon, he drove 3 hours away because he knew that these people was unarmed and at least protected. But again, they are making this a political thing. They are not making this really about black folks. They really not. And this is the facts. This is the actual facts, that this is who they making it for. They're not making it about us. They don't give a shit about us. Not at all. Because again, it's not going to be any legislation passed. I can guarantee that. I could guarantee that. Hold on one second. I can guarantee that more than anything. To stern racial hate after. Okay, let's look at this. AP News. Let's read a little bit of this with this Joe Biden, this demon. Let's keep it going. Let's keep it going, man. And he's again another pandering beta male that that's a demon. Let's keep it going. Okay. Biden urges unity to stem racial hate after Buffalo shooting. Racial hate. So what that mean? I'm trying to tell you, they're going to use this ploy to put more legislation for non-Black Americans. You know, the people that got killed. This is what they do all the time. You know, they gave a country that's about 3,000-4,000 miles away, Ukraine, 40 million, something like that. Please remind me, I forgot. I think it was 40 million. Let's keep it going. President Joe Biden urged unity Sunday to address the hate that remains a stain on the souls of America. After a deadly mass shooting at a supermarket in Buffalo, New York, while state officials plead for federal actions to end the unique American phenomenon of mass shooting. That's the phenomenon. And I want to go, I really don't want to, because he's supposed to go watch it. He's supposed to go see what's going on and everything. But I just want to let you guys understand one thing about everything that's going on. All these other shootings that have been happening that was non-Black as well. See, this is a trick bag. This is what Republicans do. Because they try to make it like, oh, only Black Lives Matter to the far leftists. I want to make this clear. I want to make this real clear. This is why I really don't fuck with, excuse my language, mess with Republicans also, because all of them demons, if you ask me. But this is what they're going to do. They're going to make sure the Republicans doing this, and this is what I hate. Oh, they didn't do this in Nova Scotia when the black dude ran over like a bunch of old white people and stuff like that. They didn't make it a big political thing either. And it's like, is it because only Black Lives Matter to them? But hey, guys, it doesn't matter. That guy's going to get the death penalty, that black guy that killed those white people. And also, it's legislation being written right now, if it wasn't even passed, that's going to protect white people even more. It's no legislation going to be passed, no matter how the Democrats try to make this a political thing. It still are not going to be political specifics. It's still not going to. It's still going to be just political. It's not to have black people vote more for them, vote for immigration, LGBTQ, on women's rights, other countries to get money towards them, Agent hate, and all these different legislations that ain't gonna help black folks at all. But if it do help black folks, it's gonna help the black women. They ain't gonna even help black men. And and we let's be honest. Let's get this going. Hold on one second. Hold on. Let's get this going. So let's look at this manifesto. Let me stop sharing this. That this young man have written, this young demon have written. They call it a racist manifesto. Racist manifesto detail hateful views on medically planning of accused gunmen. Was this the one that I actually read? 18. Okay. Let's put this in. Law enforcement officials who investigate mass shootings sometimes struggle to find out what led the assault to commit such heinous crimes. In the case of the man who they say perpetrated Saturday assault that took the lives of 10 people and wounded 3 more, they did not have a look. They hold on. I'm tongue twisted. They did not have to look far. In chilling details, the accused shooter laid out in a 180-page manifest why he wanted to kill, how came to believe a racist conspiracy theorist, and then recorded himself driving to a supermarket on Jefferson Avenue and carrying out the attack. The law enforcement officials on Sunday told the Buffalo News they're convinced of the authority authorized of the manifesto, which they said Peyton Gendron posts online Saturday, sometime before he pulled up to Tops Market in Buffalo and began a racist shooting spree. And let me say another thing. Not to say this kid wasn't a racist demon, but what made him talk to that guy, that the video I showed, Gregory, whatever, the fake woke black dude, talk to him for an hour and a half? If he's such a racist, we see, this is called thinking. This is not bending the knee to stupidity and the way of the mindset of the liberal white feminists that many of my people kind of draw themselves to, I guess because it takes on the victimhood mindset. But we got to really think about what made this young demon do. We call him racist, but what made him want to talk to a black man for an hour and a half? If he had all his guns, he's scoping it out. Maybe he was kind of, I wouldn't say smart, but intrigued and kind of, demon-like, because, these people that be having these great conversations, those be the ones that will destroy you faster. You think they're your friends and they just cut your throat. So there might be that too. But, I just like to think, I like to not be the idiot that want to think the same route as everybody else, unless it's a fact. Okay, Gendron, or whatever how you pronounce his name, who is white, obviously white. You guys want to let us know, because this is a political thing. Who is white posted the manifesto online several days earlier, but timed the document to go public in the moments before the shooting. Officials said it detailed his ugly views who he said he planned the hate crime attack and why he targeted the supermarket in a predominantly black neighborhood 230 miles from his southern tier hometown. He is in New York too. Let's keep it going. At the heart of the document, I don't know what the hell. Hold on a second. At the heart of the document engenders and Gendron's belief in the race theory that whites are in danger of being replaced by non-whites who must be removed from this country or slaughtered. Blacks and Jews draw most of Gendron's vitriol in the manifesto. So they're saying he's talking about non-whites who must be removed from this country and slaughtered. And then they put blacks and Jews draw most Gendron's vitriol in the manifest. Okay, so if this young man, this young demon, right, if it was some type of vitriol he had in manifest with Jewish people as well, why didn't he go after them? See, this race theory thing, and this is a dangerous thing too. And this is why a lot of these far leftists are blaming people like, I forgot his name. Fudge. Y'all know his name. Y'all know what I'm talking about. But they blaming people like him because he talks about the race theory and just stuff like that. And then now they were like, see, black people, see, they don't want race theory and this and that, and third, critical race theory in the schools. And they're going to do this and this and that, more scare tactics for the mentally ill white woman, a liberal white woman mindset of many of our black people. And what they don't understand is that critical race theory can be taught, and I'm talking about black folks, can be taught at home if you want to teach it at home. Okay, these neoliberal feminists are doing everything in their power to lessen the actual extra curricular assignments, activities, subjects that we have, like math, English, history, science, things of that nature. They're doing everything in their power to get rid of that. And then if you don't believe in that, such as people like myself, teaching my son how to be a victim, because he's supposed to believe if he don't make it, it's the white man's fault. And I think it's many black people are starting to wake that up, starting to see that these neoliberals are really, really showing a true racism towards black folks. They've been showing it for like 50 some odd years. Y'all still don't see it, but we starting to wake up a little bit. So anyway, Ginger 18 claims he acted alone in the attack, which he live streamed on a Twitch social media site. And that's on Amazon too, guys. The same site that talked that junk about the right and everything, and think they shit ain't they shit don't stink. I don't get that. And I did see some of the film. He was walking up on people, just popping them. And most of the people he killed was elderly. He was a coward demon. But again, this is not about black people. They're going to make it that way. I'm trying to tell you, for a week from now, or whenever the idiot president of ours come up, he going to make this about people of color. He going to make this about the LGBTQ. He going to make it about everybody. He going to say a little something, black people, this, whatever. And then he going to go about, this is why we must protect people of color. Being as though black Americans are the one that got their heads blown off. this is how it worked, and you guys still vote for them because a lot of my people have a white liberal feminist mindset. We do. Look all the hate that people like Kevin Samuels getting because he want the black nuclear family and black people, men and women, to start thinking correctly. And you would think he was goddamn Adolf Hitler. Well, anyway, hate-filled theories fueled by dark web theories. They call them theories because it's a far leftist thing. That's why they calling it. Gendron insisted that his views were influenced by his parent. Views weren't influenced by his parents, friends, or anyone else in his life. Instead, he writes, it started when he was 16 and pandemic boredom drove him into a darker corner of the web. They blame social media too, and from the looks of it, the far leftists are still giving this boy passes because they blaming everybody else but the boy. That shows racism from the far left as well, black folks. They showing their racism by blaming everybody but this demon killer. And black folks, why don't you see it? Okay, I was not born racist nor grew up to be racist, he said. He cited a manifesto posted by the man who in 2019 shot to death 51 Muslim worshippers at a mosque in Christchurch, New Zealand, and wounded dozens more. Glendron manifesto at times follows a similar question and answer formatted to the New Zealand document. Document copies some of the phrasing word for word. Gendron points to posts or 4chan and other sites that caters to white supremacists as connected him with the hate-filled theories. I never even saw this information until I found this site. He wrote, Claudio Walsh Jr., a retired university at Buffalo professor and political science and highly regarded terrorism expert, described Gendron actions as an act of domestic terrorism fueled by racist manifesto. Anybody could have told you that, dumbass. The internet is an extraordinary source for helpful and hateful information. Unfortunately, this young man drank too deep of the poison side. Walsh said, minimizing the spread of hatred and internet-inspired violence requires content moderations. So they're gonna try to say anything that don't go with the far leftist narrative is going to keep on being blocked, and all the other stuff that they do to people that's actual critical thinkers, So, okay, not just so-called white supremacists, for real. For all you black men that believe in masculinity, and all you women that believe in the nuclear family, you too, you're going to be blocked as well. Unfortunately, some content providers are unwilling to carry out significant attention to such provocative documents while still recognizing the constitutional rights of free speech, he said. Man, please. free speech to these far leftists is their speech. You know, they like identity politics. They don't. What it means is you have to think like them. If you don't think like them, they don't give a shit. If you black, white, Hispanic, Asian, or whatever. If you don't think like them, they want to cancel you. And everyone knows it. All right. So we get to this situation, right? And how things are going in our society. And how people want to make this, and I'm gonna tell you, we're gonna look at it. We're gonna look at a lot of this stuff and how they make it, and how it don't have nothing to do with the black community. Y'all can do or say what you want. Y'all could be mad about whatever you want or what have you, but it's a God honest truth. It's a God honest truth. And we're gonna come. I'm gonna show you something real quick, and this is why I believe what they're making it. Hold on 1 second. So I want you guys to look at this, right? And this is gonna be the last one, and then I'm gonna take it to bed with this. Watching The View, and I'm looking at these neoliberal talking heads talk, and you know, one-minded, one-dimensional, one-minded, low-level thinkers that they are, that they spread hate all the time, but they never get blamed for anything, but because they're in the far left. So when you in that, when you believe in that rhetoric that they believe in, again, this is identity politics, but it's identity on the mind. If you think like them, that's identity. That's the identity politics part. It's not really called that. It's actually called, you know, it's something else. But that's it. You just got to think like them. Let's go. Let me share this and hear this lady. I really don't know her name. She's supposed to be a fake Republican as well. But let's go.
To go hunt down Latinos in a Walmart and kill 23 people. And it's absolutely the same thing replaying itself over and over again.
How we get to Latinos?
Against poor white people. There might be some discrimination because they're poor. Get in the boat with us. We're all in the boat together. See, we're all finding this discrimination. They believe in this. Well, yes. Well, if it was that easy, wouldn't your friends have disappeared? We'll be right back. Think about it.
That would be Goldberg, boy. Woo!
One of comedy's biggest superstars, Billy Crystal.
Hold on a second. Sorry, guys.
When another white supremacist, domestic terrorist, racist piece of crap drove hours and hours and hours to go hunt down Latinos in a Walmart and kill 23 people. And it's absolutely the same thing replaying itself over and over again in places that are supposed to be safe, in places where we all go. Now we can't go to the supermarket. We can't go to a theater. We can't go to a Walmart. We can't go to church. And so listen, I think it's time.
No, not in Democratic states, because they protect the criminals. Yeah, so you're right. Yeah, not in Democratic states where you guys vote for the least protection as you possibly can. So let's go.
Name names and point fingers.
Yes, yeah.
Tucker Carlson mentioned the Great
Tucker
Replacement theory
Carlson.
or some version of that
Mhm.
more than 400 times on his show since 2016, according to the New York Times. And these Stefanik bought ads on Facebook. And it's not just them. It's other hosts of Fox News. It's other Republican leaders. And they need to be called out.
Black folk. Let
And
him
listen,
finish.
if you are an advertiser advertising on that station, you are part of the problem. If you sit on the board and are trying to be a civilized person, Paul Ryan, my friend, I'm talking to you, you are part of the problem.
Yeah.
If you're a Republican donor tweeting about how bad you feel about this, but you're donating to people like Elise Stefanik, you are part of the problem.
Yeah.
If you are a staffer working for them, you are part of the problem. If you are you are part of the problem. And I'll tell you what Great Replacement theory should be. We should replace all these people peddling hate and making financial and political gain from spreading racism. We should replace them with people.
So they need to replace you and many far leftist TV shows like you for spreading hate as well. Yes, you neoliberal, feminist-minded people need to understand that you spread hate as well. You are the ones that's making it this topic. But again, this Damon was a racist, is a racist because he's still alive. He is a racist. But don't never forget, Black folks, they still not going to give you legislation. She talked about Hispanic people. Well, I don't know. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe it was Hispanic people that got killed in Buffalo. They look like Black people, but, you know, maybe she was having a dream. But this is what I'm trying to say. They replacing you with other people, guys. She said Tucker Carlson and race theory and this and that third, Fox News. So they the problems? Are they our only problems? Can any 95% to 100% Black voters of the Democrats, the Democrats, tell me Fox News is the problem? Like, can you actually tell me that, and with a straight face, that these people that you follow since the 60s aren't the problem? You got to be out your damn mind, man. See, and this is what I'm talking about. We ain't getting no legislation. It could have been babies dying on Saturday, Black babies dying on Saturday. We still not getting no type of legislation passed. And that's how it is with these people. If you think not, please prove me wrong. And also how most Black people have the mind of the liberal, white, feminists in the last 50 some odd years. If you could prove it to me that it's not, because I'm going to say where I live at, these brothers be talking about brothers in this area, be talking about everybody, but what's going on with young Black men and how young Black men they're afraid to say we are at the bottom, but all of them, we gonna lift everybody else up because Black folks have the mind of a liberal feminist. Talking about where I'm at now, and I'm talking about a few other places that I've been in. You got Black men happy about being a globalist, where their people are suffering mentally, financially, and every which way you could even think of. Educational wise, they enabling our young Black boys like crazy. People want to, so-called Black folks want to be protected, but they making sure, just like they've been making sure the last 50 years, but it got even worse in the last 10 to 15. They making sure our boys are the weakest group of men on the planet. And then when they started to get into the truth, people started getting scared, getting all mad, saying that we Uncle Toms, we want to be like white men because we in our masculine form. But you want to vote like a liberal white woman and vote into not protecting yourselves into these democratic states. You don't want to protect yourself. This man had a body armor. For what I'm hearing, this black man had a body armor. Instead of a gun. And he used to be a police officer. He couldn't even get a gun. We got targets on our backs because the way we vote like liberal white women, and we got the mindset of a liberal white woman in our communities. But when it comes to each other, we ready to kill each other. And that's what the far leftists ain't gonna never think about, never talk about how we gonna we could kill each other. We ain't gonna talk about that though. And this is how it is. This is how it is, and this is how it's gonna stay, especially in the area where I'm at. It's gonna stay like it's gonna get worse. Black folks are full. Black folks, not all of us, but a lot of us are full for neoliberal white women. You know, they rather play victim than to say, you know what, I don't need you. I got it. I don't need no validation. I don't need no acceptance. I got it. And then when we think like this, now we're Uncle Toms, we're all this, we're all that, and this and that. This is why I don't F with most of these people. Because, again, they got a mind of a liberal white woman. They don't want no change. They want everybody else, every other group to get the change. They don't want no real protection because they keep on voting for people that's protecting criminals more than they protecting us. Because when a black man vote, they're going to say, oh, so you're going to vote against criminal reform? I guess not. Let's vote for the criminals. Being as though I ain't no fucking criminal. But I got to vote like a liberal white woman. This is crazy. Anyway, guys, I wanted to say this earlier. This is the last of the video. I just want to say this real quick. I want you guys to like and subscribe to Unapologetic Manhood. I'm going to keep on hitting you up with some videos. I'm going to be getting more merch in. Well, as you can see from my timeline, I got it on my live feed right now, my own hoodies, but I'm about to get some t-shirts as well, some shorts. That's going to be Unapologetic Manhood and Dream Big as well. I'm going to be wearing all that. Real soon, I ain't going to be wearing nobody's shirts, none of that. I'm going to be wearing everything, my product. And, and it's for uplifting the man in order for him, the man, to be uplifted and be in his masculine form. And that's going to be the only way he protect his own people. The only way he protect his children. If anybody don't want you to do that, anybody that's trying to call you all sorts of toxic this and toxic that, get the hell away from them. They are nothing but demons. Let's get away. Because a lot of these people want to be, they want government daddy to protect them. So, yeah, look what's going on. Do we really want protection? Anyway, guys, get that merch. It's coming out. Tap in. Please like and subscribe to the channel. And I'm going to see you guys later. Peace.